Hello everyone and welcome to 100 Kubernetes Tools Day 3. Today we're looking at 3 things that you didn't know you could do with kubectl logs. Of course you might know them, so I'll let you judge for yourself. The first is how to get logs without checking a pod's name first. The second is how to get pods from the previous run of a crashing pod. And the third is how you can get all the logs since a specific time. So let's jump right into it. As you know from my last video, I absolutely fucking hate copy paste. So whenever you want to get the logs, you probably have to run kubectl get pods first, and then you pick out a pod here, and then you copy paste that and you get the logs. For example, I can see in here I have a crash pod. The crash pod is in a deployment named crash pod, and of course it has here 2 random suffixes. One is the suffix naming the replica set, and the other is the suffix naming that pod within the replica set. Point is, I hate copy pasting that and then going kubectl logs crash pod. So what if there's a way to do that without doing the kubectl get pods command first? And of course there is. So I can just run here kubectl logs deployment slash, and I give not the name of the pod, but the name of the deployment, in this case crash pod, and that will just fetch me the logs from that pod. And you can see here the beautiful, gorgeous result, the world's longest Java exception. And it goes some way up. So sometimes you really might not want to bring the entire thing because it can be pretty long. So in a case like that, you can just put in something here since 10s, 10 seconds, or 1m, and you can fetch all the logs since a specific time. Here, if I fetch all the logs since 1 second ago, of course, it's not going to print anything out at all. Now, sometimes you have something that's crashing, and if you bring the logs, you're getting the logs after the crash, after the pod restarted, in which case they're not really useful because they don't have anything in them. So in a case like that, then you can run here -p, and when you run it with the -p command, that's previous. You can also write it out like this, previous. That will get the logs not of the current pod, but the pod that had the same name that was alive before it that crashed. So that's obviously useful when you want to see really long Java exceptions like this. And the last trick that I'm going to cover in here really isn't part of kubectl logs at all, but there are a ton of things that can happen in your cluster where you have to go around and you have to do stuff like kubectl get pods, and you're going to look at a whole bunch of pods, and then kubectl get events, and you're going to look at the events for something. It can get pretty frustrating after a while, and especially if you're looking at Prometheus alerts, most of the time they actually lack the context that you need. So whether you're looking at crashing pods or Prometheus alerts, it would be really nice to just gather the information you want up front, and then when you see a message about a crashing pod, or if you see a Prometheus alert, and all the information that you already want is just right there. So for that, I wrote an open source project called Robusta, and Robusta gathers the extra relevant data when events happen, and then it can send it to you in Slack. So here's an example where you get a notification on the crashing pod that Robusta sends, and it has the logs already attached here. So I hope this was useful. I guess there's one more thing I should touch on, which is how to install kubectl. No, I'm not going to do that, of course. I'm just kidding. So I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.